Welcome to Blackwell Fields, Battlefield 6's first post-release map. Thanks to EA who gave me early access to this Season 1 content. Blackwell Fields is a large map built for all-out warfare set in the Californian chaparral with a focus on outdoor combat and standoffs within cluttered structures. Duck in and out of military installations and homesteads littered across the scorched landscape, as tanks roll across the desert and jets duel in the sky. Join me as we go on a tour off the map and I discuss with you some details of the upcoming Season 1 of Battlefield 6. If you're enjoying the video, please consider hitting the subscribe button and joining the SMK gaming community. First up is the map layout. We have 6 objectives on the Conquest map and a wealth of vehicles and aircraft available. I will be taking you through each one of these objectives, and during the downtime between each objective I will explain to you what else you can expect in Season 1. This is the home spawn area for the NATO forces. As we push up to the F objective, some more information on Season 1. It releases on the 28th of October in 3 stages. Each one will bring a new map and or new version of an existing map. The second stage releases on November the 19th and is titled California Resistance, and that brings the new Eastwood map. The third stage comes on December the 9th and is called Winter Offensive, and that brings a new reworked Empire State map. More information on the seasons as we progress through the map. We have arrived at the F objective. It is the largest objective on the map and encompasses multiple large buildings, containers and stationary vehicles. I will first move through the soldier quarters barracks here, then into the main big building and then over to the other side of the map before we press on. We will now begin our push over to the D objective. It isn't that far, but some more information on the future seasons of Battlefield 6. Each new season will add new weapons, maps, modes, vehicles and more. All will either be free from the get-go or earnable on free tiers on the Battle Pass, with exclusive cosmetics and other rewards available if you purchase Battlefield Pro. More on Battlefield Pro and the Battle Pass in a few moments. We have arrived at the D objective. It does appear to be some form of military installation also. It reminds me a bit of the B2 objective on the 2042 map Discarded in terms of the assets that are available on it and its size. I will come back in again and chat to you again once we've done a walkabout the objective. And that's the D objective. We are now going to make our way across the map to the E objective. Back to more information on the Battle Pass as we make our way across. Battlefield 6 version of the Battle Pass is focused on player choice, and with Season 1 you will have 4 paths that you can progress through, letting you prioritise the exact rewards you want to pursue. A 5th path will open up for those who complete the first 4. Each of the 4 paths appear to have 22 rewards each. Some are free, others are only achievable if you have Battlefield Pro. Now enjoy the rest of the landscape as we make our way across to this E objective. We are now about to arrive at the E objective. This one is set in the midst of the oil rigs and the oil field. It has 2 large containers just outside the objective that can be blown up, so do not stand too close to them. It features a large open shed with containers underneath for additional cover, an oil rig on the actual objective, and well, it did have a cabin here that can be used as cover, but clearly that cabin is no more. If I have additional footage of this after I've recorded these lines, I will include it in the video also. Next, we will move through the oil field on our way to the C objective. How about some more information on what is coming on the 28th of October in Phase 1 of Season 1. You have 3 new weapons, the SOR-30SC, better known as the SCAR SC300, which is a carbine rifle. Then you have the GGH-22 sidearm, basically the Glock 22, and then you have the Mini Scout sniper rifle. That new sniper rifle will need an instant nerf. You will know when you start to use it. It's a wee bit OP. There is also a new 4x4 mode called Strike Point, where 2 teams fight over a single objective. There are no respawns, so once you're out of the round, you are dead until the next round begins. It sounds a bit like they're going after the Rainbow Six Siege players here with this one. Win the round by capturing the point or eliminating the enemy team. First to 6 victories wins the match. Finally, the Transverser Mark II vehicle will arrive on October the 28th also. It functions as an infantry support vehicle capable of serving as a spawn point and a supply station for friendly vehicles. We've arrived at the C flag. The focal point on this objective is the central building, with some smaller ones scattered around outside. Some of my most intense gunfights have been on this objective, as the feels the enemy can come from any direction and they have cover around the outside and forms with the containers, the oil rigs and elevation on the ridge behind the C flag. What I've generally found is this building usually doesn't survive more than a few minutes after the game begins. It doesn't get completely destroyed, but it really opens up, and to be honest with you, it's a good thing, because if you're on the flag capturing it, you can then see the enemy approaching, and you still some cover inside because of the falling roof. It creates mounds of debris that you can hide behind. Next, it's time to head over to the A objective. During this transition, I will give you more details on the second phase of Season 1 titled California Resistance, and it all kicks off on November the 18th. NATO and the local militia are trying to fend off Pax's incursion into California. Eastwood, the map debuting as part of this phase, is set within a formerly quiet, affluent SoCal neighbourhood that has become a battleground. This map will find you fighting enemies in suburbia, blowing apart houses with tank rounds, and diving to the floor in living rooms and porches as bullets shred cover to pieces. I've played this map and it's got to be the most stunningly beautiful battlefield map I've ever played. It is absolutely stunning, folks. California Resistance will also introduce a limited time mode called Sabotage. In this mode, 2 teams of 8 attack and defend supply caches around the map, with attackers and defenders switching sides after each round. The team that destroys the most caches wins the match. It is during this Phase 2 that battle pickups debut also. High value and rare weapons with limited ammunition that can wreak havoc on foes. New additions to the player's arsenal include the DP-12 shotgun that lets you load different ammunition types into each of its tubes, as well as the 8-shot revolver, the S&W M327. We have now arrived at the A objective. It is a junkyard of sorts with plenty of vehicles around to help with cover. At the centre point is a large trailer where you can get into the back of it. Off the capture point and to the rear there is also this repair shop building, and you can lie in wait for enemy players moving off the capture point. Let me show you around and explore a little bit before we move on to the final objective. The final objective we have to make our way to is the B objective, and it's just over this hill. I will use this time to speak about Phase 3 Winter Offensive. It comes in Season 1 also. It launches in time for the holiday season on December 9th and will bring a chill to New York with the Empire State Map looking below zero. The artwork I've seen for this really reminds me of the First Division game. We have limited information on anything else other than a limited time event called Ice Lock, and then there's a new melee weapon, the Ice Climbing Axe also. We've arrived at the final objective. There's no place like home, unless you're this homeowner in the midst of a war zone. The B objective is a homestead complete with windmill, gas tank and generators lying around. I'll explore around it a little bit and then come back in before finishing off the video. And that's the final objective, the B objective, folks. As I draw this video to a close, we're going to see in the background the other spawn area. We showed you the NATO one at the start, this here's now the pack spawn area. I hope you liked this format of this video and how I showcased the map and information about Season 1 and the upcoming Battle Pass. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel, dropping a like on the video and a hype if you have that available to you. Take care all, and I will see you again in the next one.